Let's talk about how you can use storytelling as a really powerful recruiting tool in your MLM. I think this is really useful because I remember when I was a beginner, I was getting nothing but no's. I got 328 no's in a row. And then I realized that a large part of those no's was because I couldn't communicate effectively. I wasn't a salesperson, I wasn't a big recruiter, didn't come in with a silver spoon in my mouth. So how could an average everyday person like me be able to communicate what I've got effectively? Because I don't know if you ever get the feeling you're like, why don't they see what I see? It could be this. So I'm going to give you some ideas about how you can, even as a beginner, use these ideas straight away to be a better storyteller and to generate some results. So number one, oh, by the way, I sponsored over 750 people, became the #1 international earner, so these things work. When we're looking at stories, we can start with a couple of frameworks. I want to tell you how, and then an interesting personal situation, totally changed, and then a result, solution, or progress. So I may say, I want to tell you how one of the best storytellers in the industry sat me down in a restaurant in Nice, France, and how what he said over the next 5 minutes totally changed the way that I communicate with my prospects and allowed me to sponsor nearly 1,000 people. So if I begin something like that, right, I want to tell you how, interesting thing, totally changed result, then you can put some of your own stories into that from your own life or from people you've met, and you can have a good framework there to tell better stories and engage people. Second of all, you can say, have you heard about the, and you can use like a testimonial, a demographic in there that went from here to here without having to, and then their likely biggest presumptive problem. So you may say, let's say you're in a health and wellness weight loss company. You may say, have you heard about the single mum that went from size 20 to a size 10 without sacrificing time with her kids, using a secret meal recipe? So again, you don't even have to have the result yourself. I'm talking about a specific demographic that would hopefully fit my prospect in the area that I'm looking to prospect them on. So you might have to rewind this video and go over those a couple more times. What I suggest that you do is learn 5 to 10 stories related to your target audience in the areas that they're likely to give you objections, or in the areas they're likely to be looking for results. If you can learn 5 or 10 stories with those frameworks, true stories of course, you now have something committed to memory that whatever problem you face, you can whip out a story and know you did a good job of handling that. If you want more tips from me specifically for network marketers and coaches, go to joinrichardsgroup.com. If you feel someone would benefit from this, click the share button or send them the link direct. Have a good one, and bye for now.